Listen.
Hey everyone, Nick here, and today we're going to be going over how to use the Cloudera Data Platform to set up and use an operational database. In this example, we'll demonstrate how to set up a data hub that runs HBase on CDP public cloud, and how you would interact with it from an outside source, which in this case will be another data hub running NiFi. To start, we're going to assume that you've already spooled up a data hub cluster with the operational database template. This will automatically include HBase and Phoenix installations on your new data hub. Our first step is going to be to SSH into one of the worker machines so that we can interact with the HBase installation. Here, you'll see I'm using the same credentials I use for CDP in order to SSH into the cluster, a benefit of the integrated security of the Cloudera Data Platform. Once we're in our worker node, we'll want to launch the HBase shell. In the HBase shell, we'll quickly run a list command, which will show us all of the 0 tables that currently exist in our HBase installation. Now that we've confirmed that HBase is operational, let's use the create command to make a new table. When creating a new table, it'll expect you to pass it a table name along with one or more column families. Since we're going to be housing tollbooth data, we're going to creatively name our table tollbooth. Now is a good time to consider the infrastructure for your specific use case. When properly configured, HBase can leverage its distributed nature to significantly increase performance against very large datasets. To do this efficiently, you can use the column families to group data that may be often pulled at the same time, as data in the same column family will be stored in the same areas on disk for quick retrieval. We'll only be focusing on customer data in this example, so we'll only have one column family with the equally creative name, customer data. Now that we have our table created, we're going to take a quick detour into Ranger to give ourselves the proper permissions to read and write to this table in HBase. Within Ranger, we'll add our username to have full permissions on all tables, but in a real implementation, this is where you can grant specific access to individual users or groups within your CDP environment. With the proper permissions now in place, we're going to move over to our NiFi Data Hub to push some data into our new table. Here in NiFi, you'll see we've set up a sample flow to emulate data coming from 6 unique toll booths. If you follow the flow from the left to right, we have a flow file generator, toll booth data creation, an HBase key creation, some quick reformatting, and then we're sending it off into our HBase Data Hub. If we take a quick peek into one of the toll booths, you'll see that we're generating a random customer ID between 1 and 1,000 to simulate 1,000 unique drivers. We're generating a random amount between 1 and 100 to simulate the due from the toll. And to make our dataset interesting, we're inserting a random Unix time from within a 1-month span. Another important detail worth looking into here is the key we'll be creating for each one of our records. We've chosen a composite of the customer ID followed by the timestamp. The reason behind this is that keys are stored sequentially in HBase. So if we want to retrieve data for just one specific customer, we can guarantee that all our data will be together for increased performance. All said and done, our flow will be simulating 1,000 unique drivers going through 6 toll booths at random times throughout a month, while being charged various amounts. If we enable all our processes, we can see the data begin to flow into our HBase table. Now to bring it all together, we'll SSH back into our HBase worker to confirm the data we're creating made its way into our new tollbooth table. Since there are millions of records in this table, we're going to take advantage of the key we made and a prefix filter to retrieve a specific subset of data that we care about. Using the prefix of 1000 for the customer ID, you can see just how quickly HBase can retrieve a large amount of data out of an even larger dataset. Thanks a lot for watching today. Please let us know in the comments if there's any topics that you'd like us to cover, and subscribe to be notified whenever any new videos are released. If you have any questions about CDP, make sure to check out the Cloudera Community. There's a link in the description below that'll take you there.